This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on the zone for the third and final time this week. Eddie Hearn joins me. That was a really good night of boxing from top to bottom. One of the best before the bells that I've seen.
I know. Yeah.
Serious drama.
See the first fight.
Wicked.
I know.
Wicked. Dislocated shoulders, cuts,
Yeah, I know.
and at the top of the bill, a three-time world champion. Brilliant.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, look, I understand it wasn't our greatest show on paper of all time, but sometimes they work out to be great nights. And I would like to add, it was all done by 10 p.m, which is going to be the movement moving forward in 2025, looking to secure that 9 p.m. main event slot at all times. I think everybody agrees leaving the venue at 10 p.m. is a winner. And I enjoyed it. Like you said, before the bell was great. I thought Peter McGrail was sensational. I thought George Liddard was a career best performance. And I thought we saw a brilliant fight for the World Championship between Terri Harper and Rhiannon Dixon, with Terri becoming a free-weight world champion.
Yeah, the narrative pre-fight was, I don't want to say strange, but what's Terri Harper got left in the tank for that to be kind of put towards her when she's 27 years old?
Also, people saying it's like her last roll of the dice. She's 27. But I think because of the back-to-back defeats, it would be difficult to come back, you know. So there's a huge amount of pressure on her tonight. I thought Rhiannon did really well, but I just feel like it was the experience of Terri Harper that got her over the line.
Did she start a little bit too late as well?
Rhiannon, yeah, maybe, but it's difficult to get into the fight when you got someone. You know, Terri boxed really well in the opening few rounds as well. She boxed very well long, and then she tied her up on the inside and worked her on the inside as well. And you know, both girls were badly hurt in the fight, and I thought it was a brilliant fight.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a British Boxing Award. I don't think it is. So I'm going to give Stomping Ground's Body Shot of the Year.
Yeah, Peter McGraw, unbelievable. Yeah,
I mean, Brad's a tough guy, so for him to,
he was up for it. You know, he looked tremendous on the scales. Outright British champion, Commonwealth champion, and that was a real statement from Dennis McCann. We'll come on to that, from Peter McGraw. And Dennis McCann is next. You know, ordered for the British title, ordered for the European title. I know that sometimes I get stick for, you know, our fighters losing, but I just want to put them in great fights. Fights that I believe they can win, and fights that their team are up for taking. And I just feel like, as a British fight, McGraw against McCann is one of the best that you can make. So we're already talking to Queensbury about that, you know, in the 5v5. But even if it doesn't land in the 5v5, it's a headliner in Liverpool or in London or wherever. So yeah, hopefully Dennis doesn't vacate, and two great young fighters can face off.
Yeah, you talk about the fights that you've had, Matchroom versus Queensbury, and I know people say, oh, Frank's 10-0, 11-0, but all of them
Can I just say one thing, yeah? You guys keep forgetting that Jai Opetaia knocked out Ellis Zorro, right? So we do have a Riyadh season victory already. Just saying. I know it's like a very minor consolation, but
because it's a knockout, it's 2, so 11-2.
Yeah.
12-2.
Yeah.
But the fact that these fights have gone towards
many of those fights,
60,
I thought Ray Ford beat Nick Ball, right? Many of those fights are 50-50 fights on paper. It'd be nice to bloody win some, but what do you want me to do? Do you not want me to make 50-50 fights? Like, you can't really win. So if you want, I can keep all my guys undefeated, but I don't even want to watch that. So hopefully, when I'm under the soil, in the dirt, you'll remember me for at least trying to make good fights, and that's what we want to do. And you know, I like watching great fights, and I like to see our guys tested. And McGrail against McCann is just another example of a brilliant fight.
Yeah, and he gave me a little war cry on camera, Peter McGrail, saying, I promise you I'm going to be the man to guarantee Eddie points.
Good. Well, I keep saying to all the fighters at the moment, get us points, please. And I mean, there aren't even any points anymore at the moment. Just get us wins.
Talking like a football team, needing 3 points on a Saturday. Galawi and Sonny faced off in the ring. I listened to a little bit of the commentary. The way Sonny was on commentary was very different to what we saw in the ring.
Yeah. I said to Sonny, you need to bring the energy on Tuesday. He said, oh, I will. You know, I'm going to get Gamal Yafai up on the top table as well. Let's build the hype for this fight. It's another brilliant all-British fight, you know. 50-50 fight in Birmingham between a former world champion and Olympic gold medalist. It's a massive fight, and looking forward to a big card November 30th and a press conference on Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean, now it's done, you can kind of relax a bit, but was it an odd choice, do you think, looking back for Galal to fight tonight? His last fight was only 2 months
because it worked out. It was a good thing to do, because he only boxed in, what was it, February or March, would have been 9 months out of the ring. He's only had 8 fights, and I know you don't learn a lot from tonight, but going through the motions will definitely gear him up for camp, and a massive moment for his career, November 30th.
Yeah, but I guess Sonny did fight in December, so it's not a massive disparity.
Yeah, I think you know, he had a terrible cut as well. You know, actually Sonny boxed after December. He had his comeback fight in June. But I'm glad you're across it.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He did. Look at that.
How you feeling?
It's because the Stomping Ground.
How you feeling?
That's right. Yeah, good.
All right, good.
It's been a long night.
On that, we'll wrap it
Actually,
up.
it hasn't.
Go on.
10 o'clock. The Devin Haney lawsuit.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia.
It's really interesting. You know, this could be a really pivotal moment for boxing because people have said in the past, like, when a fighter fails a drugs test and goes through with the fight, should there be a legal action or, a police action against that fighter? And this case is going to be really interesting because if Devin Haney wins this case, I think it's going to really start to deter fighters more, and that is definitely needed, from taking performance-enhancing drugs. Because some of the bans, like Ryan Garcia, gets a year. No problem, you have a few months off, then you're back in camp. But if you lose tens of millions of dollars, it just puts a little different spin on it. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out.
I know words are words and actions are actions, but Team Devin Haney went into the ring, and Bill Haney quite specifically said, I'd be quite happy to see Ryan Garcia get very badly hurt and potentially, use the K word, killed in the ring. So words are words and actions are actions.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of people talk silly in the game, and a lot of them have to pay for their words. There's a lot of people getting sued at the moment, not by me, but there's one by me. But ultimately, if whatever you say, you are responsible for, and whatever you do, you're also responsible for. So I'll let them guys fight it all out. Oscar De La Hoya's in court as well. We wish him all the best. What?
Who isn't?
Who isn't what?
Well, who isn't? Like, everyone getting involved in this.
I'm not in court. You don't see me in court with fighters. So we'll see.